Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. Interesting one tonight because the deadline is on Tuesday at 4:30. So there's probably quite a bit to talk about, quite a bit to think about ahead of there and what transfers to make. And it wasn't an awful week, but it was a poor week for a lot of people, and therefore it makes people, I don't know, a little bit more, what's the word? Wanting to make a transfer, I don't know, raise transfer or whatever. Unless you had Vardy. James Justin finally got a clean sheet as well. So it was good for anyone that had Leicester players tonight, especially James Maddison with 2 goals out of nowhere. Red arrow for me. I don't know how bad it was. Like, the red arrow literally came from the last game, so I guess Vardy's still quite well owned and Leicester defenders are still quite well owned. So I don't think I'm too far off where I was at the start of this week, but it was poor. I got 52 points, which I'll talk about in a minute. Arsenal lost. I mean, can't keep joking about Arsenal now. It's still a serious relegation fight, so I hope they can get out of it. I'm sure they will. But yeah, Aubameyang. I mean, everyone's already made the joke that Aubameyang finally scored. Yeah, not good. I don't know if I was going to do this, right? So, if you remember early on in the season, I was talking about how bad Arsenal were defensively, especially from a stats perspective, and usually that translates into bad results and stuff. And to be fair, they beat Man United 1-0, and I said at the time I didn't think they were great going forward. They were pretty good defensively that game, and since then it's 1 clean sheet against Leeds where they should have lost, and it's looking bad. So I was going to put this up, which I know people annoy people, but I was going to put this up. Since that Man United game, I'm a bit worried about the Arsenal fans who've been in the chat because they've been missing, right? So I'm putting out a missing persons claim or a missing persons appeal. If anyone knows where they are, I just hope they're safe and sound. That's all. So Arsenal fans, come back. It's a friendly place. We won't talk about Arsenal too much. No one's buying their players anyway, are they? So I thought I'd do a missing persons appeal for Arsenal fans that have been missing since that Man United game. So there we go. I thought I'd just get that out. It's just a bit of a joke. You'll be fine. You won't get relegated. And yeah, there we go. Let's just jump into it because there's a lot to talk. This is my team. Jota hasn't subbed in for Watkins yet. All that stuff on the deadline stream of should I play Calvert-Lewin, should I play Watkins, should I play Jota, didn't even matter. Jota's not even playing. He's out for like 6 to 8 weeks. You're an Arsenal fan. It's only a joke. It's only a joke. It's not like Man United have been brilliant since, although I think we have won all our games apart from the City game. But apart from that, you know, Arsenal have Man United have not been great. They're hiding behind the sofa, just like I was. Spurs game without Kane. Harry Kane, what a rubbish goal today. What a rubbish goal, but he probably should have scored anyway, so it probably evened out in the end. Like, Guaita was really poor for that goal, but then he was really good for the rest of it. So there we go. Target Arsenal and Sheffield United. Sheffield United, definitely. Can you imagine if Arsenal get relegated and Spurs win the league? I don't think it's likely. Look, Arsenal will turn it around. Whether or not Arteta's the man to do it, I mean, that's got to be up for debate now. Same as Solskjaer and Man United, I suppose. But we won't get into that too much now. Sahiko, how's it going? Grealish, Robertson to De Bruyne, someone up to 5.1. Well, it'd have to be I'd have to be Souček or Lookman, I guess. I don't think now's the time to get rid of Grealish or Robertson, though, to be honest. I guess if you want De Bruyne, maybe. And I would get Souček probably, but I don't necessarily like losing either of those players, to be completely honest. I get it, though. De Bruyne is important. Am I joining Souček? Mark says, I'm strongly considering it. I've kind of gone off the Calvert-Lewin out move. It's a bit like the Spurs move where I talked about getting rid of both of them. Then other things happened, and I didn't end up getting rid of Son. He's been really good since. And again, it's not like I thought Calvert-Lewin would stop scoring points, but I thought he was pretty good against Chelsea, as he has been for the whole season. And suddenly, once he's got through the Chelsea game with points, the next 3 suddenly look a bit better. Sheffield United haven't kept a clean sheet all season. Arsenal not keeping clean sheets. Leicester, okay, a bit better today. But how they'll fare against an Everton team, it's difficult to know. So I think the next 3 now look okay. And do I really want to get rid of him when I got him for 7 million? I could do. I still might do it, but I can get Bruno in for free, but I'd have to get rid of Son. Do I want to get rid of Son? I don't know if I do. It's such a tough one. Like, these fixtures here look so good. Fulham, Leeds, Villa, Sheffield United. They're just brilliant fixtures. But the next three are not ideal. And I don't know what it is about Spurs. Like, today, like, they wait till they go 1-1 to start properly attacking. I mean, they did it. I don't know. I just... the fact that Spurs keep scoring points for how they sometimes play is a little bit frustrating. I mean, they have been good, I know. The top of the league, etc. I don't know about Son. I just think Bruno's maybe more important. But, I mean, people have been saying that to me for weeks, and I've not done it, and I've been fine. Having Bruno this week wouldn't have got me a green arrow either. So, I've done okay without him, to be fair. What happened to your hair? I know, I've got about as many hairs as Arsenal have got clean sheets now. Not many at all. Not many at all. Calvert-Lewin is your porridge. Give up your porridge and you might starve. Couldn't you just eat some toast instead? Not as good for you, granted. Jack, how's it going? Should I take out Jota out for Grealish, 1.1 in the bank, but I have no playing bench? Or should I get Zaha? Then I'll be able to do Mitchell to Eiling. No, I like the idea of having a stronger bench now because of Christmas, etc. But I'd still rather have a better first 11. So if you think Grealish is better, I'd still probably get him, I think. Especially right now, I don't think Palace's fixtures are that good. They did look pretty good against Spurs. Like, it wasn't all Spurs playing badly today, but I think I'd still rather have Grealish. You bench Martinez for Johnston. Ouch. I mean, I might have done the same thing if I had him, to be honest. I mean, 11-pointer. Yeah, it was ridiculous from Martinez. Ridiculous. A good bench is really important. Potentially. I mean, again, like we had this conversation last time. I don't necessarily disagree about having the bench, but I don't know. Like, if I had the choice between making a change to my first 11 that's really going to improve over the next few weeks, or changing a bench player that may or may not come on, I'm choosing the first 11. You know, every time. Thinking of moving to more of a defensive structure and going to low-cost forwards. What do you think? Yeah, Mike, I'm basically doing that as well. Like, I'll show you my team for next week. That's basically what I've done. I've got 3 cheap forwards: Calvert-Lewin, Watkins, and Bamford. I mean, you could say that Calvert-Lewin is not that cheap anymore, I suppose, but you know, it's not Vardy or Kane or someone like that. So this is how I stand right now. Tom, how's it going? Rank 50k last night. Salah captain's day and rank is 180k. No Leicester or Spurs. Took Kane out and on more points than I would have been. Hard to take. So you took him out and you're on more points. Isn't that a good thing? I really think I really think a lot of people should stop checking their ranks during. I mean, yours is a bit different because you've checked. Yeah, you've checked last night. That's the problem. People have got to stop checking their ranks if they like. I keep seeing that like Son and Kane are essential because your rank goes down when they score, but no one said the same thing about Vardy tonight. I don't know about you. My rank went down when Vardy scored. I don't suddenly think that I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you're saying this, Tom, but in general, I'm seeing it quite a lot. And I think people have just got to stop checking their rank. Right? I mean, popular player. That's the problem with all the games being drawn out. Popular players are going to score. And right now it's difficult because everybody is scoring. Everybody is scoring. So yeah, it sucks, but do you know what I mean? I think one thing I would say is you drop so heavily in terms of actual numbers. It just shows how close it still is. Like if I go and look at mine, like I've dropped from 166k to 200 and it's about 227k. It's not fully updated yet. I don't know how far I am off the top 10. It's not saying yet. It's on a lighter page because the traffic is so busy. But yeah, I don't think it's too bad. When to get rid of the Zuma, Chilwell, double up? Do you need to? I mean, I'm looking at the fixtures now. Wolves, West Ham, Arsenal, Villa. Pretty good for clean sheets, I would say. West Ham quite good, but they don't score too many. Wolves don't score too many. Arsenal don't score at all. Or too many. I've not even got that big a thing about Arsenal. It's just funny because everyone went so mad at me early on in the season. Villa could be difficult, I guess, but I think overall the fixtures are quite good. I wouldn't panic just because of the Everton game. Although I did see someone say Chelsea haven't beaten anyone that's top 10 yet. Don't know if that's true. I haven't gone and double checked, but yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. Vardy effective ownership is around 50%, whereas Kane and Son is 90% each. Not owning really hurts. Yeah, sure, but only if the players you brought in instead haven't scored more, right? My rank went down when Kane scored. Now, I had Son, so it's a little bit different, I guess. But the player I bought in when I sacrificed Kane was Salah, right? Now, I know this is different for everyone's team because some people have Kane and Salah, and so this doesn't apply. But in my case, I took out Kane to get Salah, right? I did that against Brighton. I captained Salah. It didn't quite work out. But so this is the game week where I took out Kane for Salah, right? And I've captained Salah here and Salah here, and I wouldn't have captained Kane for any of them. So he's got 27 points. And I know he's more expensive, right? So there are nuances to this, I know. But he's got 27 points. And if you go to old Harry Kane, he's going to get 3 bonus points today. I believe he's still on for 3. Should be. Don't think anyone else is going to beat him. Spurs. Yeah, he's still on for the 3 by a mile. So that's 9, 21, 23 points. So Salah scored, I mean, it's only 4 points, I get it, but he's scored more. So I'm up by selling Kane. Now, of course, I could go back and look at all my transfers and maybe there was a better way around of doing it and I didn't need to get rid of Kane and whatever. But I don't worry that my rank goes down when Kane scores because I've sacrificed him for Salah. And so far, Salah scored more. Now, I was hoping it would be more against Fulham, of course, but do you know what I mean? He's still scored more. So the thing is, of course, Spurs are good options. I'm not saying they're not, but I think the idea of like looking to get them back now when they're about to play Liverpool, for example, is weird. I see people saying they're going to get Kane or Son back in this week. Like, I don't get that, but that's just me. That's just me. I missed a super chat there. Tom again, don't mind checking my rank, but nuts that it can depend on if you own 2 or 3 players each week. Very tight. But it doesn't. Of course, it does depend on that because I mean there is a template, so a lot of people got the same players. I get it, but on another week you might not have Kane and Son, and might have Bruno and De Bruyne, and they might go nuts, and suddenly you're up massively. So yeah, I know what you mean. Like it's frustrating, but that is FPL, right? That is FPL. Mo, how's it going? What about Gross for Jota? Next game it's better than Zaha and arguably Souček, Lookman. Gross for Brighton. I mean, the fixtures are quite good. Agreed. The next couple anyway. Let me have a quick look at Brighton. Yeah, Fulham and Sheffield United. Then West Ham's okay. The fixtures are okay. Gross, though, I mean, is even nailed on. Like, he probably is while Lallana's out. But and how long is Lallana out for? Another week, maybe. I think it's Lallana's place that he's basically taken, although he was playing before. Gross just doesn't excite me at all. I'd probably rather have Souček or Lookman. Gross is on penalties, though. So if you want to go for it, go for it. Chris, how's it going? Thank you very much. Who'd start between Souček, Watkins and Calvert-Lewin next week? Also, cheeky, quick second question. That is cheeky. Cancelo or Diaz to transfer? I mean, Cancelo played again. I'd still probably get Diaz, though. I feel like he's definitely more nailed. So, who to start between? So you got to bench one of them. So, Souček has got someone away, hasn't he? I just said it. Oh, no, he's got Crystal Palace at home. I'd probably start Calvert-Lewin against Leicester, I think. Just about. Mopé in when? Mopé at least started today. Do you think Vardy is a keep? Switch to Kane, game week 16. I'd definitely keep Vardy for this week against Everton. I know Everton just got a clean sheet, but they haven't been great. Oh, there's a little fly on my screen. It's going to be annoying. Yeah, I'd definitely keep him this week. You could swap to Kane in game week 14, to be honest. It depends when you want to make the transfer, but game week 16 definitely looks good. The only thing with Leicester is, after this week, yeah, Spurs, Man United. So you could make the switch in game week 14, to be honest, if you really wanted to. Corey is 53 points good this week. It's okay. It's not fantastic. It's probably a red arrow. Opria, thank you very much. Would you rather bring in Konza or Stones? Stones is a bit annoying because is he really going to keep his place? Like, is he really going to be in this team for a little while now? He started 3 games in a row, including against Man United. And I mean, for 0.1 million, maybe it's worth the risk over someone like Lamptey. For me, for example, is he going to keep starting? I just can't imagine that Laporte is that much in Pep's bad books that he wants to keep starting Stones. Surely that's going to go wrong at some point. He's going to make a mistake. He's going to be taken back out. But for 4.8 million, he might be worth the risk. Jonathan, how's it going? Should I get Robertson out for Diaz or Reece James? Who would you choose to fund Grealish for Jota and take a -4? Again, a bit like I've been saying for weeks now, I don't think I would be looking to take Robertson out at the moment. But if you want to go for it. Diaz or Reece James, I don't think there's too much in it, but Diaz definitely has the fixtures, so maybe move for him first and then go for James later on potentially. Stones can be bench worth the value. I mean, you wouldn't bench him though. Man City defender, 4.8. Just play him every single week. Absolute bargain. I should talk about my potential transfers, shouldn't I? Maybe John Stones in. So I saw some people, by the way, asking about Lamptey. I'll get to that super chat in a sec. Apparently it was a precaution. Now, he has been brought off early quite a few times, especially earlier on in the season, because of like I think it was hamstring, like because he obviously the way he plays, like, he's up and down, up and down, up and down. So it was just a precaution apparently. So he might be okay. We have seen Potter rest players in more difficult games before. I mean, not that he gets many points, of course, but Fulham away, Sheffield United at home is probably okay to keep. I'm probably going to play him the next 2 weeks and bench Dallas against Man United in Game Week 14. So he should be okay, but let's wait and see for the next what's it called? Press conference. Hopefully there'll be press conferences before the games, and we'll hear from Potter again. If he's fit, then probably keep him. But like people are saying, John Stones, last 3 games he started, might be okay. T King, how's it going? Should I keep Mahrez? Have to bench Harry Kane, Calvert-Lewin, or Ollie Watkins? I mean, if your Mahrez starts against West Brom, it could be huge. So you just bench Watkins, surely. Job done. Unless you want to move him on to someone else. But I think Mahrez against West Brom could be great. Source24, how's it going? Pick one pair, Vardy, Son, or Werner Fernandes -4, Jesus Fernandes -4. Or Son and Fernandes, oh my god. Or just Vardy to Kane and forget Fernandes. I got to be honest, like, these ones just picked so quick, I'm not even sure if it's like a good answer. Werner Fernandes, I mean, Jesus, well, Aguero's not ready, I don't think. I'm pretty sure, I'd have to go and find Pep's quotes, but I'm pretty sure he's basically saying he's not ready still. So Jesus Fernandes could be great. Especially for the next few games. I don't know how long you'd want Jesus in, but for the next 3, if Aguero's not going to be back, it could be really good. Isn't Matip injured now? Back injury. Yeah, but he should be fine for the next game. That's the word on the street from Klopp. We'll have to wait for the press conference, but he should be back, I think. Danny, how's it going? Which constellation would be best long term? Bamford, Bowen, regular, which I guess is, yeah. Bamford, Grealish, Lamptey, or DCL, Bamford, Reece James. So you have Bamford in all of them. So it's Bowen, Regulon, Grealish, Lamptey, Bamford, Reece James. I mean, it's pretty close. Probably Bamford and Reece James, I think, just about. It's hard to know about that, seeing the rest of your squad, of course. I know there's only so much you can put in a question, but yeah, probably Bamford and Reece James, I think. Is Chilwell to James wise if I need someone? I don't think it's a bad move at all. I've thought about it. Nihao, 78 points this game. Damn, that's huge. Jota to Bruno and Vardy to Bamford. Is that for this week? I still don't mind transferring Vardy out for someone like Fernandes, but as we've just seen, it can be decent. Your mistake is no Southampton player. Oh, come on. The no Southampton player is not the biggest mistake I've made. Jesus. I can't believe how many clean sheets they got. But then again, it was Sheffield United, so that's basically an absolute banker of a clean sheet. Oh, Priya, how's it going? Sell Werner and Harvey Barnes for Bruno and Bamford. Looks pretty good to me. I mean, Werner, I don't even know what to make of anymore. He could do well, but I think it's just time to give up on him, isn't it? I think there's only so many chances you can give someone. He's getting the chances, he'll put them away at some point, but in FPL you can't necessarily hold on. Wolves away, not the greatest fixture. I don't see a massive issue with transferring out Werner for if it's for like something like Fernandes. There's no bigger mistake than more pay. There you go. Boba, how's it going? Is it smart to transfer out Kane this game week? Get Welbeck in, KDB and Zaha out 2 free transfers, then get Kane back for Vardy. It's not a bad strategy, to be honest. But if you've got money wrapped up in Kane, I would maybe just do the Vardy move now. I know why you don't want to, because Kane's got the more difficult fixture, but you would save a transfer doing it the other way. I don't mind it, but just one other way saves you a transfer, basically. Will I keep Watkins with the double game week in mind or move him on? Our next 3 are fine, like Burnley, West Brom, Palace, and then I'll see after that. De Bruyne versus Fernandes in the long term. Still De Bruyne for me. Captain this week, better fixtures. But I would just want all 3 at the moment. Nia, how's it going? 2 free transfer game week 13. Jota to Bruno, captain. Vardy to Bamford. Yeah, I like it. I mean, if you kind of captain Bruno, then yes, okay, getting Vardy out after his performance tonight is probably not as desirable as it was before you saw him play tonight. But I still think the fact that you're getting a captain that you want seems okay. Jake, how's it going? Jota and Vardy for De Bruyne and Bamford -4. Yeah, I mean, this is very similar to last week, right? And we saw how much people taking Vardy out to Salah from -4 didn't work out. But, I mean, I would still do it for De Bruyne captain, because you're going to want De Bruyne after that anyway. So, yeah, if you're bringing in someone for a captain, taking a -4 is less bad, I guess. I mean, Vardy has, who did we say? Yeah, Everton. Everton haven't been keeping many clean sheets, so I'm sure Vardy will get chances, but I'd rather have De Bruyne against West Brom. De Bruyne against West Brom. As we saw with Salah, it's not always necessarily easy targeting a team that you think is a great fixture. Like, Liverpool really struggled with Fulham today, and I mean, all credit to Fulham. They did look better. I think it's too early to now say that Fulham are like this great team that we shouldn't back players to score against, especially when it's like Liverpool, Man City. But they did look good. So might start readjusting opinions of them slowly. I don't want to suddenly say that they're really good to target and now they're too good to target, because I think that's, they still conceded quite a few goals, and Liverpool maybe could have scored more today, although I definitely would say Fulham should have scored more today. So I will reassess them. I think they just look so much better since they've taken out Mitrovic, who was like a mainstay in their team last year. They're just more mobile up front now, and they really did cause Liverpool some problems today. So we'll see. Thought Salah's penalty was going to be saved. It was awful. I thought he had saved it, and then obviously I heard the cheers, the fake cheers, I guess, because it was away. So yeah, it was interesting. It was an interesting penalty, but it went in. There you go. He's got penalties. A bit like when people got penalties from Fernandes, right? Every little helps. Did he keep the 1 bonus point, by the way? He didn't. So he's not getting a bonus point. Frustrating, but to be honest, he didn't really do much to deserve a bonus point. Your guess. I have Mendy. Does he start against West Brom roulette? I would assume yes, but your guess is as good as mine, Jarvis, how's it going? Took my 2 subs already. Jota and Vardy out. De Bruyne and De Cordova Reed in. Fair play. Playing 3-5-2 with Son, Bruno, Grealish, De Bruyne and Salah in mid. Nice. Rank 15k. What? You don't need me to say anything. You're smashing it already. I like it. Are you sure about De Bruyne captain? A high chance he gets benched against West Brom. Yeah, look, maybe. Who are you captaining instead? Would be my question if you're not captaining De Bruyne this week. I guess some people will say Bruno versus Sheffield United. Fair enough, but could you not say the same thing about him not starting? I don't think you should ignore rotation, because it can be a thing. But unless a manager indicates it somehow, you're literally guessing. And I need more than just what he could get rotated. To be fair, he has played 90 minutes the last 6 games, but he's been rested in the Champions League. We've got to remember that. And he is going to get his full. He doesn't play again until Saturday, and then it's a whole week off. So I think he'll just play all of them, to be honest. Thoughts on Greenwood as a differential? I would not go there. Not guaranteed to start. I just wouldn't go there personally. Not for me right now. Travis, how's it going? Son and Vardy for De Bruyne and Bamford -4. Taking out Son and Vardy. Again, I do think De Bruyne and Bamford are the better combo. So especially if you're going to captain De Bruyne, I would do it. Whether or not you do it, that's up to you. But I would probably do it. Yeah. Finn, how's it going? Ward-Prowse for Jota. I'm not interested in Ward-Prowse at all, to be honest. I think too reliant on set pieces for points, and he is very good at set pieces, but I don't think it's going to keep up with how many points he's got recently. Thoughts on this -4? Jota and Brewster. Brewster, by the way, not even playing. Sheffield United are scoring so many goals, they don't even need to give Brewster a go. Jota and Brewster to Souček and Antonio barring fitness. You know what my thoughts are, Antonio. I don't mind it, but Antonio, I'll be a little bit worried with his fitness over Christmas with so many games. Like, it's all well and good talking about rotation for the likes of De Bruyne, who don't barely ever get rested. But Antonio has been so injury prone. That's the only thing that would put me off. So Watkins or whoever, Bamford, if you've not got him, might be the better option, but you know my thoughts on Antonio. If he's fit and playing, he's great. Bruno versus De Bruyne is 50-50 as it gets. Yeah, probably is, to be honest. Sheffield United are just so poor. I would still favour De Bruyne just about, but there's probably not much in it. There's going to be plenty of people that captain Bruno this week, and I think I have to get him. Sometimes I just want to put decisions off in FPL, and I kind of got lucky with the Villa postponement that I got to put off getting Fernandes in. He's only got 9 points over the last 2 weeks, whereas Son's got 18, so I got lucky there, to be honest. But I've got to get him. I'll go through my transfer plans in a sec. I'll just try and catch up with all these questions that are coming. So Jota, Jesus, or Calvert-Lewin out for Salah or Pay, or Watkins -4. Jesus drew a few goals. Yeah, and wait, hang on. No, I wouldn't take. Well, I'm so confused. Jota, Jesus, or Calvert-Lewin out for Salah or Morpay? Or Watkins -4. I don't get the question, to be honest. So you own Salah and Morpay, in which case, why are you taking Salah out? If you're taking Salah out, no way. But you can't be bringing him in because you've got Morpay listed with him as well. Jota, Jesus, or Calvert-Lewin out for Salah and Morpay, or Watkins -4. Isn't Watkins the same price as Morpay? Gareth, I'll try and keep a lookout, but I'm a bit confused. I like Jesus as a pick if Aguero's not playing, because he will play. And they've got good fixtures. So if that's part of the equation, bringing him in, I like it. I don't know about the Salah part, though. I wouldn't be taking Salah out. Tom has to go. Free transfer, Jota out, Bowen a good shout. I think Bowen's a great shout if you want to stay around that price. Even forgetting about the double game, he's just got good fixtures. He's just a good player. So I think Bowen's probably right up there in terms of replacements without spending more money, basically. Lewis has to go. Vardy and Mount to De Bruyne and Welbeck. Danny Welbeck. Yeah, I think Welbeck, or I think possibly you should start looking at Fulham players now. I was quite impressed with him today. So, as someone mentioned, I got to get this name right. Is it Decordova Reed? Has now played the last 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. Scored 3 goals. And Fulham have had pretty tricky fixtures as well. Slightly better fixtures going forward. But yeah, him or Welbeck, I think getting De Bruyne in and taking... I mean, really, I feel like you're swapping Vardy to De Bruyne. Absolutely great choice. And then Mount, who cares, right? So just getting in there. I mean, I can't imagine Welbeck scores way less points than Mount, to be honest. Like, Mount's a good player, but not really an FPL player for me. Am I doing a Capsy video before Tuesday? I am hoping to smash out the videos before Tuesday. It won't be before Tuesday, but it'll be before the deadline, so it'll probably be on Tuesday. So I'm hoping to do team selection tomorrow morning, game week preview in the evening on Monday, Capsy the morning on Tuesday, and then deadline stream in the afternoon on Tuesday. That's what I'm hoping to do. Whether or not I can get all that out, I don't know, but that is my current plan. But I thought I'd still do this stream instead of doing the team selection tonight. Rohan has to go on who to replace with Jota and Bellerin. I mean, you got 0.7, but what do you want to do? Do you want to put more money into defence? Do you want to put less money? I mean, we just talked about Bowen could be a good option for what's it called? Jota. Please show us your transplant. Yes, sorry, I know, I'm trying to get to it. Ben Rama looks a player, but is he going to start every week, Sean? That's the only issue, I guess. The fact that they switched to starting him in the last one could be a play. He looks quite greedy, potentially. Lots of shooting. And Eze, I won't be so bothered about him right now, I don't think, just because of the fixtures. But Ben Rama's got decent fixtures. Can't face another week without Bruno. He's coming in for Son for me this week. Yeah, I'll talk about mine. I will talk about mine in a minute. I'm going to get through these questions, and then if more come in, I'm just going to have to ignore them until later. Have Salah, Son, Fernandes, Vardy. How would you fit in De Bruyne? I'd probably take out Son or Vardy. I wouldn't take out Fernandes or Salah. Take out Vardy or Son if you really want him. Jacob, how's it going? Sterling for Bruno, potential Semedo replacements. I mean, Reece James, Diaz if you can afford it. John Stones if you want to take a little bit of a risk that he keeps starting. You go cheaper if you wanted to. Depends how much money you want to save. Sterling for Bruno. So taking Sterling out for Bruno. So here's the thing, right? Bruno is probably the better long-term option. Probably. But I wouldn't bet much money on Bruno outscoring Sterling this week. If Sterling starts against West Brom, that is a massive differential with genuine potential. But I fully get why you'd want to just bring Bruno in, because Sheffield United is a really good fixture too. But Sterling against West Brom. So I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying give it strong thoughts. By the way, depending on when you got Jota in, he's probably going to fall in price tonight. I got him at 6.9. He's gone up to 7. So he's just going to come back to 6.9. So it's not an issue for me. But for some people, it might be. Any idea we might get more word about the Game Week 19 doubles? I think Ben Crellin was saying potentially get them this week. But we're basically waiting for the TV fixtures to be done. So, yeah, not 100% sure. Decor Dove. Dove? It's not Dove, is it? Dover, surely. Dove? Lou, how's it going? Bruno and for Vardy for a 4-point hit. Vardy did well this week, so it's hard to do. Is it the right thing? I think maybe for a hit if you're going to captain him. If you're not, you could potentially give Vardy the Everton game. It's a really tough one, because I know you're going to want Bruno long term. You could just do it next week for free. Obviously, you missed the Sheffield United game. But if it's not for captaincy, I'd maybe give it a bit more thought if it's for a hit. Jota to Bowen, yeah, don't mind that at all. Or Jota to Souček and Brewster to Watkins. I mean, unless you're going to play Souček out, well, I guess Souček then becomes your bench player, doesn't he? I mean, the second combo is probably better as a squad thing, but Bowen's probably better than Watkins. So maybe just keep Brewster for now. He still comes on, doesn't he? Gets you the odd 1-pointer. Joao, how's it going? Chilwell to Diaz or roll the transfer? I'd definitely roll it. Well, I mean, Chelsea, Man City defenders look great, but so's Chilwell, right? I'm never going to keep up with these. I'm never going to catch up with these before I go for my team. Let me have a look. Jota and Calvert-Lewin to Rashford and Brewster. Nah, don't think so. Probably just rather keep Calvert-Lewin and just get rid of Jota. For me, Khan. Blessing, Ings and Mahrez for Vardy and Jota. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Ings has got Arsenal. Make it that what you will. And then Man City. Mahrez is good, though. So there's a combo, Ings and Mahrez, if they both start, pretty decent. Run it has going. Good budget midfielders under 6. Probably go for Rafinha, Souček, Lookman, players like that, I think. I still like Rafinha. Okay, I'm going to leave the super chats for now and just do my transfers because we're already like 37 minutes in and I've not done them yet, which is not likely. So this is the team, right? So this is basically what I'm thinking right now. So De Bruyne 100% captain. Even if I bring in Bruno, I'm still going to captain De Bruyne. So the question is, how do I bring in Bruno Fernandes, right? So I can still do the Calvert-Lewin move. So Fernandes in. I've spoken about this before. I would still get Brewster. I know he's not starting right now, but he's probably still the best 4.5. And then I need to make 0.3. So I could take a hit. And I'd probably do Reguilon to Reece James or Chilwell to Reece James still probably, or even Diaz, something like that. So I've got to make up 0.3 million, basically. And this is probably the best way to do it is in my defence because I don't really, I can't downgrade Bamford, Watkins, etc. My only issue is it doesn't leave me much money to upgrade Bamford or Watkins. So if I get in trouble with them, not much money to change them, which is not ideal. Or I keep Calvert-Lewin, who's basically been a legend for me all season, and I do Jota and Son. Son's been so good. For Fernandes, and I have 6.1 to spend. Now, usually, I would just go for a cheapie, like Burke, for 4.3. But it just feels like the time not to do that, just because we're going into Christmas. Good bench has been needed a few times for people. And it's a bit annoying that he's gone up in price back to 5, but so check in. So I'd have Fernandes, De Bruyne, Salah, Grealish. A few people have talked about selling Grealish, but I don't really want to do that. Burnley, West Brom, Palace is okay. To be fair, Burnley and Palace are both teams that on their day can defend. And so maybe he's not essential, but I don't really want to get rid of him, to be completely honest. And it doesn't really help me. Like, even if I took him out, it doesn't really help me, I don't think. So I could get Bowen, for example. But yeah, I don't really want to do that. I just want to keep him, I think. Yeah, people saying sell Grealish, but then I'm stuck with Jota, right? So I could get Bowen, I think. So I could do that. So instead of Grealish, I'd have Bowen for Palace, Chelsea, Brighton, Southampton, Everton, West Brom, Burnley. So pretty good fixtures. But now I've still got Jota, right? So I've still got that money there, which maybe it's not an issue. But I think I'd just rather have Grealish and just get a Souček in. I'd have 1.1 in the bank, so I could make a change. I could upgrade Lamptey to John Stones, not this week necessarily, but the week after. I could even upgrade him to Diaz or Reece James. So then I'd have a pretty strong team. And then basically I've left myself in a position where if I want to get Harry Kane in, I can just drop, I could drop Fernandes and Watkins to, basically to Kane and I don't know, Bowen even, or someone like that, whoever it might be. So I could put Kane in, Harry Kane back in, and then I have 7.2 to spend on a midfielder. So I think that's it. Can you do Grealish, Jota to Burke, Fernandes? I don't think so. I think I checked this already. If I want to put Fernandes in, yeah, it's 4.2. So it's close. It's close. Again, I could take a hit. I just don't know about putting Burke in. He's not necessarily guaranteed to play every week. I mean, he's not. It's not even not necessarily. He's just not guaranteed to play. And they got so many options. I mean, I could do it. I could do it, but I'd have to take a hit still and make some money elsewhere. I'm just not sure I want to do it. I just feel like getting Souček's a better option. Getting rid of Son is not ideal, and I might want him back here. But look, even if you go... These 4 fixtures are great, by the way. Fulham, Leeds, Villa, Sheffield United. So 16 to 19. Fernandes in the same time has Wolves, Villa, Fulham, Liverpool. So a little bit worse, but then he has Sheffield United still. So the fixtures are still quite good for Fernandes. So... I'm thinking of taking Son out. I don't really want to take Grealish out. I mean, really, I shouldn't be looking to take Son out. I mean, I could just keep Son and not go for Fernandes. There's a little part of me that wants to do that, even though I've kind of not had Fernandes the whole time and he's been crazy good. The next 2 fixtures are really good, but then these 2 are just whatever. Leicester, Wolves. Then he could do really good here. And he's got pretty good fixtures all the way down to February. So I'm torn. I don't think the wild card would really make that much difference. I guess I'd be more happy to get rid of my Spurs players. Yeah, Burke wasn't in the squad. Yeah, I know. He's not an option I necessarily want to roll with, to be honest. So I'm leading towards the Son out because it gets me Souček on the bench. I keep Calvert-Lewin. I'm not stuck with Bamford and Watkins if it all goes wrong. And I can even do Lamptey to John Stones and not really put too much more money into my defence. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I think that's what I'm going to do for free. I know Jota's fallen in price, but like I said earlier, it doesn't matter to me. I won't lose any money on him. He just comes back to 6.9. So I think this will be my squad for next week. So I'll have Fernandes instead of Son, basically. And I mean, is that a bad idea? I don't think so. And then at the weekend, I'll decide. I could get Reece James in. I could get Stones. I could just roll a transfer. I don't need to make a transfer in Game Week 14. So we'll see. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm pretty sure. I'm just not happy about losing Son, really. But who am I more worried about, Son or Fernandes? Well, I don't know. I don't even know if I am that worried about one over the other. Yeah, I don't know. But I just see that Fernandes plays Sheffield United and Leeds here, and that is just better. The thing is, I am going to lose some money on Son, right? So, let me put him back in. Hang on. So I got Son at 9.1, and he's gone up to 9.6. So I'm going to lose 0.3 million. But, like I said earlier, Jesus, come on. I'm obviously putting myself in a position. Where is Socek? Tinkering. This is what I'm going to do on my video tomorrow, apart from I'm going to do it a bit cleaner. The other thing I like about this is I'm basically leaving myself in to get Kane or Son in quite easy. I can drop one of these three to Son if I really have to, or I can get to Kane as well. And I've still got the option down the line of doing Grealish to Son. That will cost me an extra 0.3 million, don't get me wrong. And Calvert-Lewin down to 6.6. I guess it would only be 6.3, but look, who knows what's changed by that point. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put those transfers in again for like the millionth time. Just to leave them on the screen in case people are asking what you're doing. There we go. Where is Harry Maguire going to fit in? Well, Leeds are so bad from set pieces. Maguire could be great. Now, Jota was 6.9. And then he went up to 7, so he's just going to come back down to 6.9, so it's not that bad. You'll be watching the United game, be in that off position of wanting your team to score, but then not want its talisman to be involved. Sure, but it's not much different to watch it. I mean, yeah, okay, obviously I want Man United to win. I don't necessarily want Spurs to win. I know what you mean, but that doesn't really play on mine. I'm trying not to think like that when I make my transfers. Although it is hard. Okay, Maverick. I'm going to move to that exact same midfield this week. Grealish, De Bruyne, Bruno, Son, Salah. So good. But I have no playing subs. Is that safe? I mean, maybe not if some of them miss out. But how often is that going to happen? At some point, I'd want at least one, maybe two playing subs. It can help. But if you've got the midfield you want, that's pretty decent too, right? Don't forget, by the way, if you haven't already, please do give the stream a like. There's like over 3,000 people watching. Just hit that like button. It really helps me out, and I'll be happy. Happier than my game week score this week. DRT, Darth Vader, I guess that is. Wilson for De Cordova. Son for Fernandes. Justin for Balbuena. Werner and Grealish out for Kane next week. Oh my god, good plan. There's a lot of transfers. Why are you getting rid of? Why are you getting rid of Wilson already? To fund Son to Fernandes, I guess. But if that's a -8, I don't like that at all. And then you're doing another -4 to get Kane next week. I feel like, I mean, I don't know what the plan is. You'd have to think about it some more. But I feel like there's maybe a better route there. Like, could you just not do Werner and Son out for Fernandes and someone cheap up front? Maybe, but then I guess you want Kane. I mean, it sounds okay, but if there's a -8 then a -4, I feel like maybe there's better routes. But if you really want to go for it, do it. Couldn't you get De Cordova and keep Son Fernandes? I don't know what you mean. Not really. I'd have to get rid of Calvert-Lewin to get Fernandes and Son. There's not really another play. Like, hang on. So if I put Fernandes back in and Son, I've got to get 3.2 million from somewhere. Like, it has to be Calvert-Lewin down to a 4.5 and then find 0.3. There's not a better way of doing it, basically. Jesus Jota to Salah more pay from -4. I don't know why you'd bring more pay in. In fact, I don't really know why you take Jesus out. To get Salah, okay, fair enough. If you really want to get Salah, fine, but I'm not sure more pay is the answer. Go for a different striker, maybe. Jam, how's it going? Got 2 free transfers. Thoughts on Son and Robertson out for Bruno and Diaz? I mean, I think the second combo is better. I don't really like getting rid of Robertson, but if you're dead set on getting Bruno, I do think that second combo is decent. I think as the fixtures get more congested, we need to acknowledge that managers will look to save rest players fixtures they need to win. Lamptey tonight. Yeah, absolutely. I always, like, the thing with the benches, my opinion never really changes. Is a good bench a good thing to have? Yes. Would I prioritise it over my first 11? No. Would I spend more than the absolute bare minimum? Not usually. But Souček is maybe a bit different. And it could be Lookman as well for Fulham. I think he's looked pretty good. In fact, apart from the penalty, to be fair, he's had pretty good returns since he started playing. 10, 2-2-0, fair enough. Then 5-9-2-4. Not bad. But Souček has that double game week, which we're all looking ahead already. Will De Bruyne play against Fulham? I guess so. Don't know for sure. As well as hitting that like button, by the way, please do hit the subscribe button. And I just wanted to shout out to everyone that signed up on Patreon. There's a link in the description below if you want to check it out. There'll be a Q&A over there on Tuesday. Team reveal once I've made my transfers. Slack access, really good community over there. Always discussing the matches they go on. WhatsApp access, all that good stuff. So shout out to all the legends that are already up on the wall. So obviously if you sign up, you'll be up here as well. Yeah, and I'll shout out anyone that's also signs up on the next video / stream as well. So if you want to check that out, link below. We put Souček back in. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let me know in the chat, right? What do you think? What do you think about getting rid of Son to Fernandes? How much will that burn me? How much will that burn me? Burn me. Do this. Watkins, Jota, Chilwell out. Brewster, Bruno, James in. I don't think it works. I looked at this earlier. It's a lot of money to save. It's 1.6, yeah. So Brewster to James doesn't work. I mean, Brewster to a 4.4 does, but I don't want to do that. I mean, I could do Watkins, Calvert-Lewin, but I'm still in the same boat, right? So yeah, it doesn't work. This much I would love it to. Or excuse me, yawning already. A little bit hungover, to be honest with you. Yeah, trust me, I've gone over like so many of these permutations in my head over and over again, and yeah, and obviously not just in my head, on the FPL site. Do it. Good does not always have to mean pricey. True, although I'm not sure what that is in relation to, but you could be right. De Bruyne already played against Fulham. Yes, he did. Do nothing as you write it out for midweek. I think if I only had one free transfer, I probably would do nothing. Son out is okay if you have Kane. No, I don't agree. I get it, because if one scores, the other one gets points, but nah, not having it. Jam, how's it going? Thank you very much. Oh no, I did that one, didn't I? Bruno and Diaz. Boom, I caught up. United can have a stinker against any teams. I don't like it. But what about when they don't have a stinker and he gets triple digits? Double digits? Like, since that Arsenal game, Man United have put 3 past Everton, 1 past West Brom, 3 past Southampton, 3 past West Ham, and none past City. I think they've done all right, to be honest. Vardy, captain, and Justin. Very nice. Very nice. Chance that Jota rises twice for the next deadline. That has got to be a joke. Surely. Babs, how's it going? I have 2 free transfers. Mahrez and Kane out for De Bruyne and Wilson. Mahrez and Kane, that could backfire. But again, if you really want De Bruyne, I'm not against it. I'm not against it for De Bruyne captain. Mahrez and Kane out, though. Mahrez has got West Brom. Have you not got another route to get De Bruyne? Not got another route. I mean, I think obviously long term, I do think De Bruyne is better than Mahrez, but still. Son's fixture's ideal for him as they'll play the counter. I know, but he can't. I mean, did he have any shots in the box today? I do, honestly. I think it's insane the little amount of shots he's been having in the box. And I know people say he's clinical, blah, 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 but you've got to shoot to get goals. That's usually how football works. And He's been great, don't get me wrong, and more points today, but the assist was jammy, right? Even as a Son owner, I can see that the assist was jammy. Sheffield United 11 losses in 12 against the away king. I know. I can always get him back, or I can always get Son back. Excuse me. I'm just seeing if Son had any shots today. Like, I watched the second half. I don't think I watched the first half. Well, it's taking forever. There we go. Did Son have any... Let's see what Kane did. There's Son. Good old Son. Son had one shot inside the box. I think that's now 5 in the last 6 or 7 game weeks. Not bad. One shot. Kane had 2 shots in the box. 5 shots total. I don't know what to make of these boys. I do not know what to make of them. I mean, what if Jota drops... Oh, drops twice. Well, yeah, but I'll make my transfer before he drops again. Do not worry about that. Do not worry about that. What's up, Fozzie? Yeah, you're a little bit late, but that's all good, right? We don't mind. We don't mind. For me, Fernandes has got a higher potential to get a big score. Yeah, apart from Son has got 24, 18, 13, 11, 10 and 13. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double-digit hauls already. Bruno's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Son's got 1 more. He has played, one more game though, so who knows? Yeah, Stefan, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get Fernandes in. Like, you can't have everyone. I do wonder how quickly I'll be annoyed that I've got Souček on my bench at 5 million instead of just getting someone cheap. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. I'm not like trying to, create some suspense. I'm not going to do it tonight because prices aren't going to affect me. I don't think, anyway. I'm just going to double check. I know Joss has fallen in price tonight. It doesn't matter for me. Joss is going to fall. Fernandes up 53% already. It's gone up quite a lot. Souček 31. He already went up last night, so probably not an issue. And then I'm getting rid of Son, who is going to rise in price, if anything. I'll be properly priced out of him soon. Our only trouble is you feel that midfield. What do you mean? What do you mean? Fozzie, though, you always think there's a problem with my team. I feel like you're a glass half empty kind of guy with my team. Is becoming template. I don't care. Don't care. You know me in the template. I do. If I swore, I would use a certain word. I say I do not give. That's me. The template is quite hard on my team, right? And I know if it does badly, but whatever. If I like it, I like it. The combination of everyone having De Bruyne, Salah, Fernandes, Grealish is probably not actually that high. But it is what it is, right? If I think they're the best players, then I think they're the best players. I don't want to make changes for the sake of it. I'm not going to not get Fernandes just because other people have got him. Show your squad without transfers. This is it. I think it's pretty solid considering I've got Jota and Reguilon on the bench. Don't get me wrong, Lamptey and Dallas, not ideal. Lee's defence, 2 set pieces. Like, they should have conceded more, to be fair. 85 points, very nice. Not half full being constructed. No, fair play. Like, it is template, but I just don't care. I really don't care about it being template or not. Like, I've had it at like 70 plus template, it done fine, then it was down to 50. I just think the problem is now we're into this happens sometimes, right? Where and the thing is, you say template, but I won't have Kane or Son, right? It will massively template. Granted, so are the rest of the players, but anyway, the main thing is that you're coming into a period. For a start, right, double game weeks will also make us converge our squads because they do every year. That's just bound to happen because you're going to have a certain amount of players playing twice. You can only pick a certain amount of them, so there's going to be template forming from that, especially as we get closer and people without wildcards start to build towards it. So that's one thing. Also, Liverpool and City have such good fixtures. You don't just ignore them because everyone else has got them. So obviously everyone's going for Salah, everyone's looking at De Bruyne, Man City defender, maybe Robertson, Trent. And then Spurs have just been good all season. Calvert-Lewin can't stop scoring. Bamford just looks like a bargain. So it's hard to deviate from these players. So it's like a perfect thing. Perfect. What's the word? I'm so bad with words. For someone that talks a lot on video, I'm really bad with words. It's like a perfect something that's forming this template, basically. Like, I don't know, like perfect scenarios. The certain did Salah get a bonus point? Did he? I'm like Homer Simpson. They distracted me. Oh yeah, Salah's getting a bonus point. Nice, getting 1 bonus point. Happy days. That means my rank's going to go up another 1,000 places, I reckon. So yeah, perfect storm. There you go. See, I'm just an idiot. Why don't you guys just make videos instead? I'll watch you. I'll stop doing it. Perfect something works. Yeah, the perfect storm where, yeah, all the good players have got good fixtures. I can't stop taking hits right now. That's the problem with swapping premiums. Yeah, I think. I mean, to be fair to myself, I've kind of said that I'm aiming for captains. They've been Salah, De Bruyne. I've not stopped from that. I've still only got 2 captain blanks this year. I haven't always got a double-digit haul, but still only 2 blanks. So I'm quite happy with my captain strategy. And it's going to be De Bruyne and Salah for the next few weeks. So I think premium-wise, look, like I said earlier, people keep checking their ranks. Well, I've got to have Kane or Son, otherwise my rank drops. But at the end of the day, I'm going to have Fernandes instead of Son going forwards. So it doesn't matter what Kane does. I wasn't going to have him anyway. If Son beats Fernandes over the next 3 weeks, fair enough, bad transfer. If Fernandes beats him, then so be it. I'm happy with the move. Job done. I don't care what the template is. The only time I am sticking with most of the things I said pre-season. So no goalkeeper transfers, worked out really well this week. No captaincy punts, working out well. I'm not forcing players out. I think this time last season, or any time last season, I would be looking for ways to get rid of Calvert-Lewin. I haven't forced him out yet, although I have thought about it. And I'm not looking at ownership. I know who's highly owned. I'm not stupid, but I'm not looking at it and making moves around it. And the only time I'll do that is maybe the end of the season when I might be looking for some differentials. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy. You're at 54 points. Yeah, I'll change that later. I'm not going to do it now. But thanks for letting me know. That's good. 54 points. Boom. Source 24. Vardy to Fernandes worth a -4. Someone else asked, I think if you captain him, otherwise I'd maybe give Vardy a chance against Everton. If you want Son back for Game Week 16, Grealish has a really bad run of fixtures if you can stretch your budget. Yeah, definitely. That's something I'll think about, but who knows what's going to be happening in Game Week 16? Like, if Fernandes is injured, for example, bam, just get Son back in. Maybe I find a different way. I don't want Fernandes. Instead, I go for... let's just say that Jota is Souček. I could just do this one move. But let's just say that Jota is Souček. That gives me 10.1 spend. So I can't quite stretch Fernandes. But maybe instead of having Grealish and Fernandes, I go for Son and someone at 10.1. I don't know who that is right now. Rashford, maybe. Maybe I'll go for Rashford instead of Fernandes. Not to cover Fernandes, but as an okay option. He's doing all right now. So yeah, definitely. I'm not like attached to Grealish so much that I won't sell him. I just don't think now is the time to sell him. That's all. But you're right about the fixtures. In 3 game weeks, it will be more difficult. By the way, I can actually just really quickly change my points. So I'm an idiot for saying that before. So it's 746. Let me see what my rank is really quickly. Should be about... it's come down about 10k. This is how stupidly close points are, by the way. 218,760 it looks like. I'll put an asterisk there because I'm not 100% sure. Nearly 10k for that 1 bonus point because I had him captain. Like, maybe someone else dropped points, I don't know, but that's just absolutely ridiculous. But it makes me feel a bit better. There you go, 218,000 rank now. But that is down like 50k, so yeah, crazy. Jota hasn't been subbed out yet because it just takes a little while for the game to update. Am I the only one getting second thoughts on Chilwell? James seems like the one right now. I'm certainly not against... Chilwell to James. I think it's one of those moves that you could do in any given week and it backfires that week, but long term over the stretch like 5 to 10 games, I think is absolutely absolutely like meriting doing that and saving the money. If you don't want to double up on Chelsea defence, I might get both. I'm still thinking about that. Like Reguilon, I might just keep. I haven't decided on that either because I think I don't have to play him for this week, and then the fixtures are quite good defensively, so I'm pretty tempted just to keep him. But we'll see. We'll see. Chilwell James could help me fund what? Fernandes or Son and Fernandes maybe. Zuma to Diaz. I mean, it's fine. I personally wouldn't be looking for like massive reasons to get rid of Zuma. If I had 2-3 transfers, maybe. Can someone please explain double game weeks? Basically, team plays 2 fixtures with inside 1 game week because they miss a game week somewhere else because they blank. Essentially, that's the long and short of it, I guess. At best, just to replace it. This chat's like warp speed. I think it's difficult to give a blanket answer to who's the best, but Bowen is right up there. I think, given fixtures, performances, etc. Depends how many, how much money you got to spend. Yeah, Lamptey was just a precaution, so hopefully he's back. An hour in and still going strong, and no one said I'm in a bad mood tonight, even though I feel like I'm exactly the same as any other night. But there you go, and I've had a bad week as well. Please do, I know I keep banging on about it, please do hit that like button if you haven't already. We're close to 1,000 already. We're around 600, but we're not that far off considering the amount of people that are watching. So you're watching, just go and click it for me. That'll help me out. And we can get back to all the questions. Thoughts on Bedence at 5.4, plays like a striker. I don't mind Wolves players. I still like Neto, to be honest, but he's a bit more expensive. Just Chelsea, Spurs and Man United in the next 4. I would give Wolves a miss for now, personally. 42 points. You know what? There's always next week. Yeah, if Salah got a bonus point, everyone's more excited than that than anything else. I mean, I'm quite excited about it as well, to be fair. It's always nice getting bonus points. Always nice getting bonus points. Cheers, Salah, my man. Where are we here? This season's kind of annoying. Always someone you can't get. But that's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of this season. It's not easy. Like I can get Fernandes, but then I don't have Son, I don't have Vardy, I don't have Kane, I don't have Sterling, I don't have Rashford, I don't have Jesus. You know, it's great. If you need money, go for Decordo over Reed, only 5.3 for a decent strike. Yeah, no, the problem is I can do that, but I have to. Again, it's not. If I get rid of Calvert-Lewin, it has to be for like a Brewster, and then I have to find 5.3 elsewhere. I can do it. I can do Chilwell to James and keep Son. It's basically the long and the short of it is, right? Yeah, so I can go for Brewster. I mean, I can go for any forward up to 4.9. I don't think there is anyone else though. Yeah, it's still Brewster. So basically, it's Son and Fernandes and Reece James instead of Chilwell. But I don't have Calvert-Lewin and I don't have a bench. Like at that point, Dallas or Lamptey, whoever I don't play, is my only bench option. No Souček and barely any money in the bank, just 0.4. Or I keep Calvert-Lewin and I go for Souček instead and don't have Son, but I have 1.1 in the bank to spend. So I feel like keeping Calvert-Lewin is probably the better move. Job's done, exactly. Job's always done. You want the job done. That's how it goes. Anyway, I am going to leave it there because we have been going quite a while. That kind of flew tonight, so thanks very much. I enjoyed that one. I enjoy all of them, but sometimes they just fly. So that was good. Source, bench Sufar, Dallas. I have Wilson who plays Dallas. So West Ham against Palace. Yeah, I'd probably just play Sufar in that case. Yeah, no, Calvert-Lewin is definitely massive value. And I got him for 7 million as well. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to try and get out as many videos as I can that are decent still over the next couple of days before the deadline. There'll definitely be a deadline stream on Tuesday. So that'll be at 3:30, bringing it home in the afternoon. Please do give this stream a like if you have enjoyed it on your way out. Like I said, it always helps out. Doesn't cost anything to do. Take 2 seconds and hit that subscribe button as well, and hit the notification bell so you know when every other video and live stream etc. is live. There is We're very close to 125k now. So, yeah, appreciate if you do that. Cheers, FPL Dare. How's it going? Make sure you go and check him out. Go and look for him on YouTube, FPL Dare. You'll find him. Glad you enjoyed it, though. Thanks very much. I'll be back early tomorrow, I think, with my team selection. But for those of you that watch the stream, you kind of already know the thought process. But I'll go through it again. I'll do some tinkering. People seem to like that on the video. And yeah, I'm off. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And I will see you for another stream on Tuesday and like about 50 videos over the next couple of nights. Cheers all.